Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete and certified high performance coach. Here for a little coffee and connections. We revised, changed, pivoted, always getting better. And part of that process is learning how to leverage. So when you come to coffee and connections, expect to connect with people that are like you, that want to grow, want to make an impact. Expect to learn about what's new and innovative that you can apply to your business for greater growth, and expect to have some fun. So let's get going. So each Friday morning, you'll have an opportunity for connections and connections and coffee to where you can learn. So today, we don't have our experts that we're planning to bring to you. 2 to 3 people that can add value to your business, to change your mindset, to help you grow your belief system, to be able to adapt the changing world that's happening right now. It's exciting. It can be abundant. It can be a brighter future for you, but you got to recognize the change. You have to adapt. You have to learn. You have to implement. And if you're not learning how AI can implement into your business, help you solve the tedious processes and systems, the things that drag us down, you'll stay stuck on the busy bus. We want to get you on the purpose plane where you can fly like an eagle, fly to the destination you have for yourself, because together we're better. You are the magic and anything is possible. But it takes learning, growing, instead of being entertained and consuming. So many of us fall into that consumption entertainment mindset where we're watching up to 4 hours of TV a day, where we're scrolling up to 2 hours of social media, where we're programming our brain to be TikTok brains. And that's not the brain you want to have, because that short attention span that is programming you will not give you critical thinking. Critical thinking is critical to your abundant future. We talk about critical thinking, puzzle solving, and meaningful relationships. If you want to have meaningful relationships, you got to be intentional. If you're too busy on the busy bus to have those meaningful relationships, to puzzle solve, to critical thinking, then you're going to miss it. You'll fall into that consumption. With AI coming, if you're not aware of what you consume and what you do consume, you can apply to making you better, making your business better, making your life better, you'll fall into the consumption where most of the people hang out. That's why we've seen the growth of TikTok. Little tiny cat videos. You can be entertained all day long, but are you looking to create your life, or do you want to be entertained? Certainly entertainment has a purpose, but do you need to do it for 2 hours a day on TikTok? I don't think so, because the people that are going to be interested in our community are the ones that make an impact, want to make an impact, want to create their life. And if you have that kind of mindset, it's the one of the human drivers, aliveness, connections, meaningful pursuit, and growth. Those 4, you lean into those 4, you will have an abundant life. You will have a brighter future. But it doesn't happen by accident. It's hard work, because look at all the algorithms that's almost pulling you in to consumption. Have you ever Started out looking at a TikTok video, and then you find out 2 hours later you're still looking at it. I think we've all experienced that. Now, it took a stroke for me to change that mindset. I don't do social media like most. I don't do TV like most. And that has created a mindset to create these kind of videos, 9 digital courses, over 400 plus podcasts, and just getting started, because I'm focusing on creating. That's what I want you to think about, creating. And that's why today, and if you're listening to this another week or two, you can always go to pkane.me/connect. Let me give you a little bit. Okay. This is for our business leaders and our entrepreneurs using ChatGPT Pro. Because if you're using the Pro, you're above, you're investing in yourself, but you got to figure out how to create a strategy, how to implement it. If you're just doing the TikTok mindset within ChatGPT, you're just going to be entertained because it'll give you everything you want. But can you apply it? And that's what you'll learn at Jeff Bourgeois' AI workshop, because you're going to learn, and I'm going to read it here. You're going to learn beyond the promptings, beyond achievement strategy, AI-driven excellence. You're going to learn real-world AI applications. I've known Jeff for 7, 8 years. I know the way he thinks to the certain extent. Nobody really knows how a person thinks but the person. But I know how he implements. I mean, he's written 200 plus books. I don't know how many, but he's written a lot. You got to be disciplined to write a book, much less 200 plus. So if that doesn't give you a little bit of curiosity that the guy's been spending the last 2.5 years working for you to give you the strategies to get your time back. That's the most precious thing you have. If you could get 10 hours of time back each week, what would you do with it? What would you do with that time? I guarantee you do more than just watch TikTok videos, because you'll see how when you can prioritize, get the processes and systems set up so you can have those meaningful conversations. You can puzzle solve and you can have critical thinking. But it takes skills to learn that. We're all, mesmerized by the power of AI. And yes, it is powerful. But the first time you watch a TikTok video, you were entertained. Probably were on there for 2 days watching them. But that's not creating your life. That's consuming others. And it's training your brain to think in seconds, not hours and minutes, like you should. Critical thinking. I get up, I drink, I think, I journal, I plan and implement. I drink to hydrate. I think, what did I just dream about? What did I learn yesterday? Then I start journaling, and I journal. Just get the thoughts out of my head. Then I plan my day, and then I implement. But a good majority of my day is thinking, quiet thinking, whether it's on the porch or just thinking. It's an incredible skill to develop because we're pulled into shorter attention span and being entertained. That will never get you the life that you dream about because you're being entertained. You're consuming. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener right under your feet. And you have to water that green. You have to water that grass, that green, water the grass. And it takes personal development, meaningful relationships, critical thinking, puzzle solving. All those are watering your grass. You are the magic and anything's possible. Water your grass. So I'm going to give you an opportunity. Doesn't even cost you anything. How about that? Okay, hold on here. Let me get up here. Yes, hold on here. Yes, okay. Go to pkane.me/AI. Now, learn how to implement. Learn how to create your life by leveraging AI. Don't be entertained by it. It'll entertain you. Golly day. Grok videos are so funny. My grandkids love them because they take an existing picture and make it absolutely hilarious. You can go to my Instagram and see it. It's hilarious. You could do it for hours and be entertained. But does that move your business forward? No. Yeah, if you want to break and you want to be entertained, take a few minutes and play with it and have some fun. But you're creating your life takes focus, takes clarity, takes energy, takes courage, takes productivity, and takes influence. And what you're going to learn on this website, on this workshop, which is going to start at 1 if you're on Eastern, but you can go to AI, you can go to pkane.me/AI and register. It'll be the best investment you can make in your time, which is the most critical thing. We only have 24 hours a day. How do you prioritize your time? What are you using your time for? Are you using to create a better, abundant life for yourself and your family? If you are, great. Could you get better? Could you start leveraging it? Could you start implementing strategies for excellence and keep leveling up your business? If you can, you'll get rid of those mundane details that drag us down, that get us stuck. And you'll start moving forward because when you free up your time, you can build those meaningful relationships. You can critical think. You can solve problems because HI and AI together equals an abundant future for you. HI and AI equals an abundant future for you. So go to pkane.me. Let me just give you one little thing. Oh, okay. Here, hold on. Let me put us up on the screen here. Share it. I think it's sharing. Hold on. No, let me remove this. Add this. Okay. So if you go to pkane.me/AI, you'll see a flyer. Let me see. Let me go to this. Okay. You see where you can register, the red button, register. This is where you attend. So if you get lost, you go back to pkane.me/AI. This is where you can attend. But here's what you'll see on there. You'll see what you expect to learn. Join us for a digital dojo where business strategy meets AI revolution. Monthly workshop. It's for business leaders and entrepreneurs. Vision Aries, hosted by Jeff Bourgeois and me. I mean, I've been using AI since Jeff encouraged me, pushed, didn't give up for about 2 years. I've been using it. And I wasn't until he impressed upon me, don't sit on the sidelines of this technology. No, learn how to implement it into your business. Know how to save yourself time. Know how to level up your business. And that's what we've been doing in the Philippines since January. We've been implementing Jeff's AI strategies, and we're moving fast. We're moving really fast. So you can too. Only thing I do, podcast, create courses, and high performance coach. That's all I do, those three things. So everything is built around those three things. And if you work in your genius zone, the future is bright. Let me go back to where I can see. So go to pkn.me/AI. Share this with your friends. You want to give them their time to critical think, to build meaningful relationships, to solve those difficult problems in their business. I like to say puzzle solving, because life is a puzzle. Finding the pieces to complete that puzzle. Then you go into another puzzle, and you keep doing that over and over and over and over again. Because if you're a good problem solver, you build meaningful relationships, and you can critical think, you can use a technology like AI to have an abundant future for you and your family. So go to, because here's the opportunity. I'll put this up here. Everything is about your influence, but you may be a person that's influential on your local area. Plenty of people are there, but when I search you, I have to be able to go on a journey with you, because I have to know, like, and trust you. And if I search you and I don't find anything, the journey's over. That great conversation that we might have had is just chalked up as a great conversation. You search me, I dominate 5 pages of Google. Not too many people can say that besides Daniel Priestley and Brendan Burchard, who you're looking at. Because they know the importance of know, like, and trust. They know the importance of it happens online today. So you have to be in that mindset if you want an abundant future. Because if you don't, the world's going to pass you by and you're going to get left behind. Jump on the train and ride it, or get run over by the train, because you will be if you don't jump on the train. Search yourself. Go search me and see whether it's podcast videos. I've got 9 courses you would never see. I've got so much you would never see, but you'll see enough to either know, like, and trust, and that's your decision. I'm going to give you reasons to go on a journey with me. If I can build up your curiosity, you can say, let me check out this dude. And you can get a better idea of who I am. You'll be able to go through know, like, and trust. And that happens online. And it's let me see if I can. Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. All right. 7, 11, 4. Remember those numbers. 7, 11, 4. 7 hours, 11 buying signals, and 4 different platforms. What's a platform? We'll go back. We'll reverse engineer it. 4 is different platforms. A book, a workshop that we're doing today, and once a month, so you can learn and apply the AI strategies to grow your business. But you're going to get to know Jeff through 90 minutes. You're going to get to know. You can search him online. Got plenty of podcasts out there. So you can learn a little bit about him, so you can know, like, and trust. And that has to happen in your world. So those 4 different platforms: book, LinkedIn, Facebook, a workshop, a course, different things. 11 is buying signals. If I'm interested, I'm going to buy a book. I'm going to attend a workshop. I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to download something that you have. But those are buying signals. If you're not interested, forget it. If a person isn't interested in you, they're not going to let you into their world, because you have a world of about 150. The brain has to block out the noise or it explodes. Blocks out the noise so it can allow in to your world or the world that you're trying to get in to know, like, and trust. That's why you buy a red car and now you see red cars all over the place, because now the brain is familiar with red. That's why if you buy Daniel's book, Key Person of Influence, you start seeing them all over the place because you're familiar with them and you've gone on a journey with them and you're starting to let them into your world. And if you keep that up, you go through 7 hours, 11 buying signals in 4 different platforms. Now he's in your circle. He's in my circle. Same with Brendon Burchard. I've gone on a journey with those two gentlemen because I know, like, and trust them online. And that's what you got to think about today. The world has changed. We're now global. And if you don't think about what you look like online, you won't allow people to go on a journey with you, so that the journey will stop. And you want people to go on that journey, because demand is the most critical thing you can have in your business. If you create demand and you make sure their supply is limited to the point where you give the best possible product, service, whatever you're doing, then you'll have a thriving, abundant business. Oversupply, no demand, is a hobby. And you don't make money on hobbies unless you intentionally create demand. So look at your demand in whatever you're doing. Do you have the demand and you have a limited supply, so you deliver the best experience you could ever deliver? You got a profitable, abundant, absolutely wonderful business. And you'll learn that through the journey. Buy Daniel Priestley's book. Buy Brendon Burchard's book. Let me go to it. Hold on. Oops, wrong one. They're right there. Buy High Performance Habits. So there's 5 of them. Clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Notice one word that's in everything. Even Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, a classic. It's called influence. But we're now talking about influence online. That's your opportunity. Create your influence online. You have an abundant business. And if you would like to be on my podcast to experience it, let me see here. I know I have it. Go to petekane.me. Just put petekane.me. And if you're not sure of your future, you're not sure of where you're going, you don't have clarity, schedule a strategy session. And we'll help you get clear. We'll help you create that courage. Ask you those questions. Get very clear, because clarity comes when you're on the purpose plane. When you're on that busy bus, any distraction will get you off course. Move from the busy bus to the purpose plane, and you'll fly like an eagle. And if you want to connect with us, you can go to petekane.me/connect. All right. Until our next time together, be bold,